Professor back again, it's game time. A la playa, no playtime, it's play guy. Cause we ain't talking about practice like AI. Sports professors spit the best takes out like AI. Artfully intelligent, I can't write mine. Rhyme citing your girls' DMs like Messi after the goal time. That was a triple entendre, did you catch me rambling? Flipping Simone Biles, we the bottom line champion.
I need my hands. Just like this one. Came out the fence. I get it in.
Let's go, street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, J-N-O. Sports professor, you know. Yo, street professor, I'm back, baby, like I never left. Bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Street!
Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.
What up?
Let's do it, bro.
Time to go home. Episode 85.
Go hard, or go
On the
home.
bottom line, there's Omar. Professor. What, you in bed? What's going on? You good?
What's the flow?
You in bed? Like you got out of bed.
Come on, man.
The boy is chilling, baby. Let's go.
Chilling. Let's go.
Hold on, man. Bro, hold on.
What?
Yeah.
I just
You right, bro.
I'm just saying. It's like you just look out, bro.
No, man, you asking a crazy question, man.
Funny how foes turn to friends now.
You're right.
This man was in the bed, bro.
Hey, you look like you made it, man. I'm just saying. That's all right if he's resting.
I'm canteen today. I'm laying down.
Oh.
I'm canteen today. I'm in my bed.
Oh, you're laying with some Henny?
I'm about to
Lord,
give
oh
him
my.
money in his
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, real quick, just to clear things up. I think a few weeks ago. Hey, Omar. A few weeks ago, you said something about a Girax. He says I want to give my mom 100 racks. That's what he said. Yeah.
Oh.
Not a Girax. I'm like, That bothered me for a while. I forgot to bring it up last time.
That makes
but
a
he said
lot
I
more
want to give
sense
my
now.
I want to give my mom 100 racks. You know, he wants to make give her some money. But yeah, that's what it says on the. Woo. Anyway, welcome to the show, man. Woo. Time to get this
I
thing
thought he
started,
said a
man.
Drax. I was like, what is a
No, I
Drax?
was like, I don't know what a Drax. When you told me that, I was like, what in the world is he talking
Can
about?
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I didn't.
Can
Yeah,
you
I
hear
didn't
me?
know. But if you said 100 racks, okay, 100 racks.
100
like
racks.
100 racks. I want to give my
I can
100
hear you
racks.
well,
You know,
my
I want to
friend.
give her some money. You know, I want to give her a bunch of money, make some money, give it to my mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes more sense, right? Yeah. Woo! You good, man? You been sick or something? You all right, Omar? I'm just asking.
He worried about you, man. He worried about
Yeah,
you.
I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm legit worried. I'm just like, are you okay? Everything all right? I can't hear you. You're muted, man. There you go.
Flo, you
Come back online.
man.
You good? All right,
Dead
man.
dog's line, my friend. Okay, just let me be. Okay. I'm
Okay.
fine.
All right.
No,
man.
I'm just
checking on you. I'm just checking on you, man.
I'm just joking. I am amazing. I am amazing today, actually, y'all.
Okay.
I'm amazing today. I am at home.
Today, shout out to my Raider Nation Booster Club here in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
And
Booster
shout
Club.
out my boy Ruben. Yeah, same name as my dad. They
I was
invited
just saying,
me out
you call your dad
for
your
the
boy?
Dolphins Raiders game at the bar earlier today.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's what you're recovering.
Another
You're
guy
recovering
named
from the
Ruben, a friend
bar.
of mine named Ruben. He is a Dolphins fan. Yes, we're recovering from a loss. But shout out to everyone out there, Ruben, Ace, Smiley, Troy, Tish, May, the whole Raider Nation Booster Club. Let's go.
Okay, shout out to all them. Shout out to all the Raider Nation. Hey, are you still looking down on Jake though? I think you're still looking down on him. As long as they lose today,
Still
right?
always looking down. Even with the loss, they're gonna lose to Minnesota. I ain't worried about
think
that.
so?
Oh, you ain't
worried
Josh
about it?
Dobbs about to tear them up. Let's
Yeah, we'll
go.
see. Yeah, let's go. All right, so let's hit a couple of these. We're gonna do something a little different before we get to NFL. We're just gonna hit a couple of these college games, get into them. Oklahoma slips by BYU, 31-24. Looks like they may. I think it play. I don't know how it plays out. Alan Perales was telling me something about that they need Texas to lose for them to get in, and so Texas is in and I think it's Oklahoma State because Oklahoma State beat them. Are in the Big 12 championship, so Oklahoma needs a little help. Tennessee mollywops Georgia mollywops Tennessee 38-10. And then what?
How many times I gotta tell you, bro? How many times do I gotta tell you?
I'm just saying. And then unfortunately,
I done told you.
I know. Y'all gonna be in the big. So pretty.
When your team is Georgia, okay?
Yeah, you can't really say
Yeah,
that. That makes sense.
Georgia.
Yeah, you can't really say that, can't you?
All I'm saying is who can beat us right now, bro?
Alabama can
Nobody.
beat you.
Y'all look good.
Alabama can beat y'all.
Michigan.
They can beat y'all.
Michigan,
I'm not saying they will beat you. I'm saying they can.
Alabama, Michigan, and possibly Ohio State.
Right. Yeah, it looks like we're all set up in what is it, Oregon versus Washington.
Possibly.
Unfortunately, Florida State still beats North Alabama, but they lose their quarterback in the process. Not good for Jordan Travis. Shout out to him. Prayers to him. Hopefully he's okay. Let's just talk about that game real quick because they lost their quarterback. So the Florida State is still going to get in the ACC championship, probably, maybe even in the championship game. Do you know anything about their backup, Omar? I know this is your dark horse team. Can they still make some damage, make some noise in the championship game or win the ACC with their backup?
I
can't hear you, man.
The mute master.
You're in and out. You're in and out, man. Yeah, you were in and out. Yeah.
What comes about?
You good? Okay. You're gonna go and come back. Go ahead. Tell us about this.
How do I feel about Florida
What do you
State?
think?
And what was your question? Florida State and who?
Yeah, I mean, because they lost their starting quarterback. Can they still? I don't even know who their backup is. I know Omar was more.
I don't know
State
their
guy.
backup, but what I'm saying is I know Florida State is going to play Louisville. I think Florida State can still beat Louisville with a backup quarterback.
Right.
They're going to play
Okay.
Louisville in the ACC championship. So I still
Right.
think that they can make some noise, but when it comes down to the playoff, I don't feel as confident with Florida, man. And
Right. Okay.
man, I think Washington is still slipping there. Because Washington, Michael Penix, they looked really, really good last night. They looked good against Oregon State. I mean, it was dumping rain on them last night, but they looked really, really good against Oregon State.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about your team, Florida State there, Omar.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We good now? All right. So let me just correct you real quick, Ken. It's Michael Penix. All right. We don't want to say it the other way. We might get in trouble and canceled
Penix.
by the sponsors. So anyways.
Whoa, hello.
But
I
no,
laughed because I didn't know we had sponsors.
oh, I don't know. We may. Florida,
I don't
we
know.
should. We should. Sponsor the
should.
Bottom Line Sports.
Yeah, go
Holla at us.
sponsor
We
us.
need sponsors. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Great
come holler at
value.
us.
Popeyes.
Yeah.
I mean, Taco
Yeah.
Bell. What y'all
Yeah.
need?
Hey, we'll shout
Gatorade?
you out.
All right. Anyways.
We'll shout you out to all 4 or 5 of our people.
Yo, Florida State is done. Florida State is done. Jordan Travis, again, you said
Y'all
prayers,
crazy,
and we'll
man.
say that again because that injury looked horrible. He
Right.
was put off with an air cast.
Oh, yeah.
He's done for the season. The backup is Tate Roadmaker. Who? Yeah, Tate Roadmaker. You've never heard of him. I've never heard
Is
of
he a
him.
freshman?
And that's why Florida State is done.
They're done.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what.
Can they
grade
still beat
he's in.
Louisville, you think, with the backup?
No.
No?
Louisville is too good of a team. Jeff Brom has been a
Okay.
quality coach for so long. I
Right.
think
Oh!
Louisville wins and upsets Florida State in the championship, which takes the ACC out of the top 4 and helps with what he just said, because I do believe that will put Washington or Oregon whoever wins
Right.
in the championship.
Washington in the mix.
And those are bad matchups for you, Cam.
Pac-12, right?
Yeah, and you moved up. Georgia moved up one, so you guys would play that team.
Well, I'm afraid of Washington and I'm afraid of Oregon.
That's what I'm saying. That's who you'd be playing though, because y'all moved up.
Yeah, and I'm afraid of that. I said I'm afraid of that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. We'll see what happens. I think Oregon's the better or the harder matchup for you guys. Washington pulled out a victory in the end with a field goal, last-minute field goal last time against Oregon. We'll see if they can pull it off again. I think Oregon's overall the better team. We'll see what happens in that Pac-12 championship. Any other games you guys want to hit before we move on to NFL and kind of wrap up the NFL for today? You know that college football is wrapping up, pretty much for now, next week or two.
Yeah. Next week's the last week, so I just want to give a shout out to.
Man, let me.
Oh, do you mind? Go ahead, Ken.
Go ahead, Ken.
No, go ahead. You was already started. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Omar.
No, all I was saying was I want to give a shout out.
Omar has started.
I want to give a shout out to the Terp Vets for
Okay.
hosting us this week.
Okay, shout out to Turf Vets.
Get our veterans, they gave all the veteran scholarships, and they hosted all the veterans at the game.
Okay.
University of Maryland versus Michigan. It was a tough fought game. Terps, y'all did well. It was a loss, but you know what? We're still proud of you.
Right, for sure. All right, yeah. The Michigan Maryland game was a pretty good game overall. They did play pretty well. Michigan still got away with a win. Go ahead.
Michigan, by the way, I have to say, they looked really, really strong. Even a good even and down game.
Yeah, that's kind of what good teams have to do. They have to kind of be able to, when they're not playing their best, or when maybe they're not as motivated and things like that. What's up, Clubber D? Omar's still in and out a little bit, but we got most of it. But yeah, that's when good teams got to show up and still play. I think Georgia early in the season had a few games where they weren't looking quite their best, especially on offense, but they pulled out those wins. Go ahead, Ken, what you were going to say.
That's what I want to caveat on, man. Georgia started out a little shaky amongst most of our competitors, man. But I want to say, like yesterday, I was a little nervous with Georgia playing Tennessee at first. But I will say, man, Carson Beck is worth his weight in gold, man. The kid went 24 for 30, 200. He threw almost 300 yards, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Right.
I think Georgia's that team, man. I think Georgia is the real. And I'm not saying it from a fan per se. A lot of people doubted Georgia with Carson Beck, and a lot of people doubted Georgia with the offensive coordinator Mike Bobo. Now, Mike Bobo started out a little iffy, but he's really built. I mean, it feels like Georgia's built upon each week, and we're getting better and better and better and better each week. We got Tech coming up this week. I think we're going to probably smoke Georgia Tech. Smoke them really good, and then we got the SEC championship with Alabama. But I mean, that Georgia was a great game to watch yesterday, and the other game that I watched yesterday was Louisville Miami, man.
Right.
Miami played hard to the end, but Louisville beat them. But I mean, as Omar said earlier, he said that he feels that Louisville can beat Florida State. So I mean, we'll see with the ACC championship. We'll actually see, man.
Right. So is there a chance that if Alabama beats y'all, they get in, or is it just a matter of Georgia just drops to number 4? What do you guys think?
No doubt about it.
One more time, Omar. You broke up at the beginning.
I said if Alabama wins, Alabama's in, no doubt about it, and Georgia will still get in probably as the number 4 seed.
Really? You think Alabama moved that high from 8?
If Alabama beats Georgia in the SEC championship, they will get into the top 4. Yes.
Even if Washington wins.
Yes. Yep. Guaranteed.
Wow.
You know how much the committee likes Alabama. Let's not front.
Hey, Flo, I'll caveat on what.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Cam.
For me, Flo, I'll caveat on what Omar said, man. I think that if Alabama beats us, and I'll caveat on what Omar said, they'll get in.
Right.
Really?
And at the end of the day, Flo, you got to look at ratings.
Wow.
Ratings is going to generate revenue and what people are going to want.
Yep. Exactly.
That would be outrage for Washington if they went out and don't get in.
Well, but think about this. Think about if Washington, because we already know Florida State's going to lose, right? They don't have their quarterback, so they're done. Let's say Washington were to lose to Oregon. You got 2 one-loss teams in the Pac-12 now. And then Alabama beats Georgia. You might have Hot Take Jake's Texas sneak in.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I could see Texas sneaking in or Washington, but I don't know how you put Alabama and Georgia in there.
What Cleverty said. Ratings.
Yeah, that's true, but
who brings the most eyes?
That's just not fair, man. That's not fair.
Ratings, man.
Life ain't fair.
I'm just saying. I know life ain't fair, but man, that's right.
I learned a long time ago. Life ain't fair.
Yeah. Hey, all right. So here we go. I just saw him come in. Hot take. Jake is here. Hey, real quick before we move to NFL, Jake, I don't know if you heard the conversation. Let me ask Jake something. You think Alabama gets in if they beat Georgia in the SEC championship, going from number 8, jumping over Washington, Texas?
No, Texas has to lose for them to jump.
Okay.
Texas would have to lose.
So Texas and Georgia would have to win. What's up, Ian?
Ian! Hey, Ian, by the way, I checked out Australian rules football. That is awesome. That sport is awesome, y'all. If y'all haven't checked it out, it is amazing. It's like rugby, but you can throw and you can kick from all kinds of angles. And if someone jumps in the air, you can flip them up on like their head. Like, it's crazy, dude. They get wild out there.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Ian from Australia, man. Hey,
what's up, Paxton? Yo.
Paxton.
What's up, Paxton?
Shout out to Paxton, too, bro.
What's up, Pac-Man?
You let your little minion out of work to join us, huh?
Yeah, Paxton might need to set Hot Take Jake straight today. But we'll see what happens. All right, so anything else on college football before we move into NFL? Get some of these NFL games. All right. So, yeah, college football wrapping up. The conference championships will be up. The last games being played next week, and conference championships are pretty much set. Maybe a slight movement, but not pretty much set for the most part. All right, let's see. So My wife, last week she went 10-4, and right now she's like 9-3 or something. So she's doing pretty good.
Damn, she's pretty good.
I mean, she picks with color scheme and what team looks good that day and the colors and everything. Did the Seahawks end up winning?
10-4?
Oh, she got that one wrong. Okay, the Rams won, so she got another one wrong. So she only got 4 wrong so far, man. So I'm hoping she got one more wrong.
Rams won by 1. One stinking point, bro.
She's on tap with Professor Sticks, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, she might. I said you need to make some money
must
somewhere.
be tapping in.
You go make some money somewhere. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, shout out to her. She was 10-4 last week, and she got 2 more games to go. So let's talk about some of this. So the Bills kind of redeemed themselves with the win over the Jets. The Jets are being the Jets. You know, they just can't get anything going offensively. The Bills, are they back on track, or do we need another couple games for the Bills to be considered back on track? Can't think.
They're not back on. I mean, they're not back on track to me.
Okay.
I mean, of course, you should beat up a broken Jets team that doesn't have an offense, that have an offensive line, that have a defensive line. Of course, they should beat the Jets. And I think they should have scored more points than beating the Jets. They're gonna put up 32 points against it. They should have put up more points against the Jets. Here's the thing I think about the Bills. The Bills will be the number 2 team coming out of the AFC East. They will not win the division. If anything, the Bills may get a wild card and play on the road. That's how I feel about the Bills.
Okay, so you think Miami's going to win that division no matter what happens? I mean, pretty much Miami's going to...
Miami will definitely win the division, man.
Yeah, I'll send them to you.
Miami will definitely win the division, Flo. Let me hit one more thing, man.
Go ahead. And then you go, Omar. Go ahead, Cam.
Josh Allen had a hell of a game today. I'll give it to him. 20-32, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Right.
I mean, he should have had a more spectacular game than that. So no shade thrown against them. As I said, they'll finish number 2 in the division, bro.
Okay. The Bills back on track, Omar?
My friend, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad I'm not in and out anymore because I want Hot Take Jake to hear this very clearly. The Bills are Super Bowl contenders again. Let's go. Let's go. I'm back. We're back. Let's go, Bills.
Let's go, Buffalo.
Let's go, Buffalo.
I don't think so, man.
That's over.
Bet is over. I ate my crow last week, and now I'm back. I'm back on the
baby.
Josh Allen bandwagon. Let's go.
You got a hot take.
I don't see nothing from it. They have the Eagles next. Please tell me that after you beat the Eagles. Tell me you're back then.
I will.
Don't beat a hobbled Jets team who practically gave up on their season when they let Zach Wilson leave and say, you're done for today, bro. They left that man just out there for good. It's over. Sorry, Jets fans. Your season's over. Bills fans, your only hope, I will say this, you have a small hope now, but it's only because the best quarterback in the league got injured. Right. That's the only reason that you have hope. If it wasn't for the Bengals losing and getting injured on Thursday,
basically losing Burrow, right? Go ahead. Keep going.
Exactly. Losing Burrow, that would have taken away a Bills chance to even come back into the playoff picture.
Burrow, bro.
And they still can lose these games. They have the Eagles. They have to face the Dolphins again.
I agree.
The Chiefs. This is not no easy slate.
Yeah, it's not.
Get ready, Omar.
Yep.
No, you're right. You are right about that.
The Bills got the Cowboys. Dallas.
We gotta talk about also, and I know we will, but this ties into this. Not only do the Bills have a tough road, but we talked about this last week with the AFC North. We thought last time that they may get four playoff teams in.
Right.
With all these injuries, Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson, Mark Andrews, man, we might see Flo's Steelers sneak in at 8 or something and win the division.
What did I tell y'all about the Steelers? Try to tell y'all. No.
I don't know how you named all those teams and you didn't name the team
man.
that can win tonight.
What?
That's because there's no reason to name them at this point, Jake.
I would never name that team.
I'm
You're
with
not
you.
winning
You know,
tonight
if we
either.
win tonight.
Tonight, Jake. I'm with you, bro.
We win tonight.
The team that
We,
shall not be
we
named.
go from 4th to 2nd in the division that fast.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
understand that, Omar?
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, he's
I know
got
what
to
I'm-
check
From 4th to
qualifications,
2nd.
Professor.
If we win
Are
this
you,
one game right now, tonight.
Are you? And so, what are you saying? Are you saying you're going to be able to catch up to
If
the
it's ain't
Chiefs?
Hey, Ian calling you out, Omar. Ian
Ian,
calling you out, bro.
I see you. I see you. Okay, all right. Check the
Yeah.
qualifications.
Like I
baby.
said, ending all be all,
That's on
Bills,
point.
good luck. You still got to face the top tier teams. Congratulations facing a dud Jets team.
So
Yeah.
tell me this: you're telling
Okay.
me that we're going to have one team from the AFC North, possibly two from the AFC West, one from the AFC South, and you're telling me the Bills can't sneak in?
Yeah, the Bills.
No, I think 2 will come out of the AFC South. I think the Texans are for real.
Okay, I like.
I
that.
think the
Actually
defense
like,
is for real.
I actually like that bit.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Texans. Let's kind of caveat that with next week's game because the Texans. We won't try to say who's going to win next week, but the Texans have a big game against the Jags next week. They already beat the Jags, and then they win today against who did they play today? I forgot. Oh, the Cardinals. The first, with Murray there. It was a close game. The first game that Stroud's thrown 3 interceptions, and so they win 21-16. So a big game against the Jags next week. So how many of you guys thinks the Texans are for real and can make a playoff spot? Go ahead. Nick.
Well, like I said, and I kind of threw it out there already. I think because, and I had what Robert Saleh as Coach of the Year about 3-4 weeks ago. I have to sadly say I was mistaken
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
because this man right here,
Right.
D'Amico Ryans,
Yeah,
is the
D'Amico.
Coach of the Year. This
Oh.
Texans team does not have a lot of talent. And their defense is playing like a 49ers defense he had out there in the NFC West.
Right.
They're flying to the ball. This team is legit. If that, I need to check that game, but if it's in Houston, I have a very good chance of them winning that game as well.
Right.
Th-
Yeah. Go ahead. You got something else?
Well, CJ threw 3 picks and it didn't bother
Right.
none. They still won
Right.
that game.
Yeah, but
Good
I mean,
defense.
it is a little bothersome. Maybe they're starting to figure them out. I don't know. Maybe it was just an anomaly. We'll have to wait and see as the season goes on. What do you got, Omar? Does actually we can talk about also the Bengals in this as they lose Joe Burrow. It looks seemingly maybe for the season. I don't know.
Yeah, he's gone for the season. He's done.
So, do you think this opens it up for the possibly the Texans and or the Bills, Omar?
Yeah, I
Thinking?
do. I do actually. As was mentioned, Joe Burrow is officially been ruled out for the season, as Jake was saying. So this does open things up for that last wild card spot to
Right.
be open to a 500 or even possibly less than 500 team. So we're looking at the Texans. We're looking at the Steelers. We're
Mhm.
looking at any of those number of fringe teams, the Bills, right? Even the yeah, I can't say it. I can't say it. I
Okay,
can't
even
do
the
it. I can't-
Raiders.
I can't do it. Even
Raiders
maybe-
lost, like we saw that.
Raiders are
I'm
still in
not-
second place, even after
no,
a while.
I wasn't going
Well,
to
they're
say my
second place
team.
until Denver plays them.
I wasn't going to say my team. I was going to say a team I cannot say.
The
due
name
to
that
guy
shall not be
next to me.
named.
The name that shall not be named. But anyways,
I'm gonna put y'all side by side now because you guys are kind of even right now.
I think that CJ Stroud is the truth. Like Jake said, CJ Stroud is the truth. They got a defense, like you said, flying to the ball.
I
Right?
think it's more the
Sting-
defense. Yeah.
Derek Stingley Jr. had 1 interception, 2 pass breakups today. So they got Will Anderson. They drafted really good defense. I agree.
What you got, Ken? Is this open up for maybe the Texans or the Bills or someone else now that seemingly Cincinnati's out of it, or can Cincinnati hang on to a playoff spot without Joe Burrow? It's you, Ken.
What you got, Kane?
Waiting on Omar.
No, it's you.
Hey, man.
You.
Yeah.
Hey, man, so right now, I mean, when you look at today's game, man, You had a Cardinals team that was 1-8. I mean, a 2-9 Cardinals team that played against Houston, man. But look at Stroud. Here's what I want to caveat on. Stroud went 27 for 37, threw for 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Devin Singletary had a great game, 22 carries, 112 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Dale, 8 receptions, 149 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
I think Houston for real.
Okay.
You may have 2 teams out of the AFC South. So right now with the AFC South, if you listen to me, you can potentially eliminate the Colts, and you can potentially eliminate. You really can eliminate the Colts, and you can eliminate a 3-7 Titans team. Houston's gonna make a run.
Okay.
But Houston got to match up to what the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're 7-3.
They have 4 losses, right?
Doesn't this open up?
4 losses too.
Doesn't this open up the Bills
at
also?
At this point, you may have.
Doesn't that open up for the Bills too?
But then here's the thing: we're forgetting about the AFC North.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills got the potential of getting there, and then you got to think about the AFC North as well.
Yeah, but I mean they lost
because
Watson.
you have Baltimore, and then
they still won.
You potentially could have the
They're still winning.
They're still won. That's true.
Division.
They beat the Steelers. Tough game.
So you think with all the injuries, you think the 3 people in the North?
So right now, Flo, here's what you got to understand, Flo. Right now, Flo, if we look at, let me say this, bro.
Okay.
If we look at the AFC, Ravens at 2, Jaguars at 3, the Dolphins at 4. Right now, the Browns are at number 5. The Texans are at 6, and the Steelers are at 7.
Right.
The Bills are knocking to get in at 4 and 6.
Well, they just won today.
The Colts,
they're 5-5.
Had a bye this week, and then you got the Bengals, the Raiders, and then Broncos are at number 12. The Chargers right now.
Right. I mean, technically, the Bengals are still above Buffalo, but we were assuming without Joe Burrow that the Bengals will continue to fall.
Yeah, they haven't won another game.
Okay. And so, yeah, I mean, dare I say, does this even open up for the Broncos to get in? I don't know.
Absolutely. And think of this. AFC teams lost today. The Chargers lost. The Raiders lost.
Yep.
Steelers lost.
So you guys can't afford to lose this.
I completed my mission if the Texans would have lost.
What?
I was rooting for that.
Oh.
Well, you got to win too to complete that mission.
That's fine. We got to win. Absolutely.
You got to win.
No one's ever fucked about it. We got to win tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Damn. What?
Oh, Jay Dobbs in the house.
What?
Hey, hit that like button.
Fired.
Hit that like button.
Let your man talk to you.
Hey, Flo, that's your
I
boy.
know. That's what I'm saying.
Your boy talk. Hey.
Man, those are beefing words.
I see what he's saying. Oh, you next, J Dog. You next. Hey, I'm gonna go just like it right here.
So shout out to real quick. We can talk about this game real quick. The Cowboys beat the Panthers down. It was close in the first half. I was a little disappointed with my Cowboys early on, especially first, second quarter. They kind of tacked on something at the end of right before halftime, but they ended up covering 33-10. Does it say anything about the Cowboys in any of your eyes? Go ahead, Jake.
No, these are the games that I was talking about that I said that they play bad teams. They're going to blow them out. I'm ready. In 2 weeks, they finally get the test. They face Seattle. That's when we can start saying, okay, their season has started. Let's see what they're doing with it, with those good teams.
What you got, Professor?
Yeah, this again. I mean, I hear Jake, and I agree with Jake. This does nothing for the Cowboys whatsoever. The Cowboys not only should win these games, they should have blown them out by way more than they did. A 23-point victory over a crappy Panthers team, who actually has a young and good and decent defense. I should say, though, I should prop up their defense. Right. Y'all should have won that game more handily than that. That being said, I do see that the problem now, the Cowboys are digging themselves a hole. The Philadelphia Eagles are 8-1. No, but think about this, right? If the Eagles keep winning too, at some point, right, you're not going to be able to win the division, especially when they got the tiebreaker over you.
Yeah, but the
So-
Eagles are going to hit a tough stretch here
Crazy.
in the next 3 or 4 games. They're going to hit a tough stretch.
I think the Cowboys do as well.
They
I
could
think
lose
both.
one,
They got the 49ers. They got the
but after the
49ers.
Eagles.
All I'm
I think
saying
the
is you
Eagles
don't need
start
to
to-
help them out. Is all I'm saying.
That's true. That's fair. What do you got, Cam? About our Cowboys. You said you liked how they look, but
Worried about it this week.
What?
As I told you earlier, I said the Commanders are hungry, man. Sam Howard did not
Okay.
play his best football today, and they got beat by a garbage team that
By
looked
Giants.
phenomenal.
No, I'm sorry.
The
I'm
Giants
sorry.
look phenomenal today, right?
I'm sorry,
phenomenal.
Ken. I can't agree with you. That's
The
it.
Giants look
The
phenomenal. and they
Commanders look horrible,
Listen what I'm
dude.
saying,
Horrible.
bro.
Go ahead, Omar.
Nah, the Giants look good. I'm not
Okay.
gonna. They look great.
The Giants look good today.
They beat the Commanders. The Commanders are 4-17, and they hungry. They're gonna do a turn and burn. I think this week when we play the Commanders, it's gonna be a tight game on Thanksgiving. It ain't gonna be no blowout. It's gonna be tight.
I should have
A
picked
tight
up Tommy
play
DeVito in my
Thanksgiving
fantasy.
game, man. That's what I think.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, it was a divisional game,
Man, don't do that.
but yeah, it was a divisional game. The Giants looked better. I think the Giants are a little better than their record shows, but everybody, since we blew them out, they're garbage, I guess.
Here we go.
I will say this. I was a little disappointed. I talked about it on the Cowboys show yesterday that I feel like if it seems like McCarthy, the only criticism that I have for McCarthy is that he doesn't seem to get these guys ready for the road games a lot of times. And they didn't seem, they started out slow this game as well. They were struggling early on. They picked it up and at the end of the second quarter, and then they finished the game off in the fourth quarter. But they didn't look great. They kept the game. They let the Panthers kind of hang around, and that's not good. And so that's my only criticism about McCarthy. He doesn't seem to get these guys. All of our losses and our close
Not
games
good, man.
have been on the road, and that's kind of my criticism about McCarthy. And a lot of that's got to do with Jerry. He gets too involved, and he doesn't let the coach. But I think McCarthy's just got to get these guys more prepared for these road games, and that's my only criticism about McCarthy this year.
You know what my
Hey.
criticism is about McCarthy?
Boy,
What's
man,
that?
Flo, you better talk to your boy, man.
He has skated and coasted his way off of Aaron Rodgers' one Super Bowl victory.
Right. Okay.
I don't even think he's that good of a coach, to be honest with you. I think
He's
it's
a pretty
the
good play caller.
I think it's the Sean Payton syndrome is I think what it is. I think
Okay.
these people get all hyped over these coaches once they win a Super Bowl, and that don't mean you're a good coach. You could just have a good team and have lucked into it.
Well, to be fair, Omar, they had a ton of injuries that year, and they still made it there. They had a lot of injuries that year and still made
That's
it,
fine.
even though you
That's
have
fine.
Aaron Rodgers. So McCarthy's been able to handle. Remember last year when Dak went down for a few games, they still were able to win most of those games with Cooper Rush. So
And
that's
and
a lot of
the
that
reason-
coaching.
And the reason I'm going to give that to you
Okay.
is because there was a stat that my boy, shout out Rube, told me today about
Okay.
the
Hey, you
Dolphins.
talking-
That the 99 Rams did not beat a team over 500 in the regular season and still won the championship.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, yeah. I like that stat. Thanks, Ruben, for that stat. Appreciate it. But another thing I will say, and we're going to have a shout out. So shout out to Jerry Jones for announcing that he's going to put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor. About time. This could, in
This should have
fact,
happened
break
15
the
years ago.
curse. Should have happened a long time ago, but it's going to happen at the Detroit Lions game. So shout out and congratulations to Jimmy Johnson. Well overdue to put him in the Ring of Honor. Shout out to Jimmy Johnson. Go ahead, Omar. You got something.
Man, give me a spot.
So I would like to say that I think that Jimmy Johnson got the bottom line sports rub, because I did a whole video, if you remember, on how Jimmy Johnson should be in the Ring of Honor. So
There we go.
I think Jimmy Johnson should credit the bottom line sports
Yeah.
for giving him the rub to get in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, the bump from the Bottom Line Sports and Omar the Professor. How he should have gotten in the Ring of Honor. We've been touting it all year. We said it early on. Jerry put him in the Ring of Honor.
And he
a lot of
did.
these content, and he put him in. So shout out to us as well, Bottom Line Sports,
We did it.
for pushing Jerry to get him in the Ring of Honor.
Give
Give us a little bit of credit. All right, so so like you said, what'd you say, Jake? Long overdue. Definitely.
Very long overdue.
Yeah,
That should have happened in 2005.
that should have
yeah,
long time ago.
Could've
That
been
should have
happened.
happened
Happened many
just like it
months
did
ago.
with DeMarcus.
2005.
Just like DeMarcus Ware.
1995.
Well, I'm just saying, just like it did with DeMarcus Ware when Jimmy Johnson got into the Hall of Fame. You know, DeMarcus Ware this year got into the Hall of Fame, and then he put him in the Ring of Honor. He should have done that with Jimmy as well.
Right.
But at least, and I saw they were sitting in the box, so hopefully this is water under the bridge, and this has broken the curse that all of us have talked about. Jerry Jones not putting Jimmy in the Ring of Honor, so hopefully this is the broken curse that some people have said out there. So, but shout out to Jimmy
Maybe
Johnson.
y'all will go to the Super Bowl like I predicted.
Maybe breaking that curse. So we'll see what happens the rest of the season, and we'll see if that kind of holds true and see what that happens in that game. So any other games we want to touch on before we talk about tonight's game?
I want to bring up the
game?
Lions. I want to bring up what the Lions did.
Go ahead. Bring up the Lions there, Jake.
Let me tell you something, man. What the Lions did today is proving, and I thought they were probably going to win one game, maybe get lucky and win two.
They didn't look great though.
No. But for them,
To the
I've
Bears?
seen teams get down and they fumble.
They look
they
mediocre,
don't come back.
subpar. The
With
Lions were
4 minutes and
subpar today.
14 seconds left, they were down 26 to 14. Jared Goff pulled off amazing comeback. That's the best quarterback in the NFC. And once again, he's showing why he is him. I
mean,
can't
he had
wait to
three-
see what happens.
You can't be
I think
him
this
when you
team
have
can
3
very well make the
interceptions.
NFC Championship game.
What do you mean? You can't be him when you have 3 interceptions. I'm sorry.
He turned around and won the game.
No, his team won the game. He
Yes,
didn't win
he
the
won the
game.
game.
He's
He
lucky
didn't
if he didn't lose the
Come
game.
on, Jake. You know better than that. You say he the best in the NFC
You wouldn't
right
say
now?
that about Dak if he had 3 interceptions.
Dak wouldn't
like
do that.
Man, he's
Dak
washed
wouldn't
up,
do
man.
that.
But that's what I'm
He doesn't
saying,
go
though.
down.
Even if he
doesn't
did
come
that.
back. We saw that against the Cardinals. When he's
But it
down,
doesn't
he
matter.
don't come back.
Oh,
When
come
you
on.
get down, you don't come back. This guy did.
Oh.
He's down that 12, 13 points.
Okay.
He did that. Y'all got to give him credit.
Okay. But you still wouldn't give Dak credit even if he did that.
I will give Dak credit when I
You
see
won't
it.
give him credit.
Why are we talking about that?
Anyway.
Nah, he
What?
wouldn't.
I'm just saying because you talked about it, Omar, saying that he's saying Jared Goff is the best quarterback and he had 3 interceptions. in
Well,
this
Dak
game.
is a better quarterback than Jared Goff, so that's not even a conversation.
What?
That's not-
That makes no
Overall,
sense.
overall, Jared Goff is having one good year. Why do you think he got traded from the Rams in the first place?
Jared
Because he
Goff
was
has made it
average.
to a Super Bowl. Please stop that.
So did Trent
I'm
Dilfer.
drunk.
Man,
This is
There's
ridiculous.
many
Exactly.
average quarterbacks that have made it to the Super Bowl and
This
won
is true.
Super Bowls,
Those are facts. Yeah.
including
He
Trent
got
Dilfer
pushed to the
with the
Lions,
Ravens,
and he's doing the
including
unthinkable.
what was the guy with the
I bet you
Eagles?
the
I
Rams.
can't even remember his name.
I bet you the Rams now are.
What was the guy with the
you
Bucks one year? Remember?
Because I think they would have won with Jared Goff. They would have won another Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
Brad
Yeah,
Johnson.
Brad Johnson.
One
Yeah,
with
yeah,
too.
that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, just because he
Hey,
made
I
the
mean,
Pro
if
doesn't-
Russell Wilson happened to make the playoffs with the Broncos, which won't happen, but you know, if that happens.
well, we're about to talk about that. So, you got anything about this game? I thought the Lions kind of were a little shaky, and they ended up pulling it out against a pretty sorry Bears team. I
The
mean, if
Lions looked like they didn't want to win the game. That's the problem.
okay,
It's a
okay.
divisional
Man,
show
game.
up,
It
they
was
didn't
really
show up.
Man,
tough.
Yeah,
listen,
absolutely.
listen, man, listen.
Yeah,
But
they
for
just
him to
didn't
do
show up.
that-
I agree.
That's nice.
I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about him, though. Don't you think they'll still win 13 games, Jake?
They don't got a tough schedule.
I'm more than hey.
Here's what I
think
wanna
they'll be the
say,
number 1
man.
seed.
Go ahead, Cam.
I don't think they won 13 games. No.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't either.
No.
12 at the most. 12
They have 2 losses right now, guys.
Bro, y'all barely beat the Bears today, and then you got Green Bay. You got Green Bay Thursday.
The
You
hell
got Green
good.
Bay Thursday, another division rival on
Green
Thursday.
Bay looked good today.
Yeah,
I don't
Green
think-
Bay looked good today.
Green Bay just gonna lay
Jordan-
down.
Jordan Love looks like the second coming
I
of
don't
Aaron
think Green Bay
Rodgers
gonna
and
lay
Brett
down on
Favre
Thanksgiving,
today.
No. Once again, the Chargers.
Well,
and they
Well,
lost that
That's
game.
good. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but Canteen, here's the thing about the Lions though. They got Green Bay, which is a rivalry game, and they looked okay today. But then they got New Orleans, but they got a pretty easy schedule after that. They got Chicago again. They got Denver Broncos. They got Minnesota without Kirk Cousins twice.
Hold on,
And
that
then they got
Broncos, man.
Dallas. So the Broncos, Chicago. I mean, those aren't tough games. Even Minnesota. I mean, who knows? Maybe
I wonder if
Josh
Flo would
Dobbs.
say Broncos
Maybe
are tough
Josh
games.
Dobbs.
We're
Let
in
me
that-
finish.
we're in the
Let me
wild
finish.
card.
Maybe Josh Dobbs can keep playing
Whatever
well.
J. Dog
Hopefully,
said, I didn't
but
guarantee
they're
that,
without
bro.
Kirk Cousins. Go ahead, Ken. What'd you say?
No, they will. They're going to win that 1 seed.
Okay. Are they going
I
to
don't,
beat
I
Denver?
don't see that
Is
at
that,
all.
is that
I don't see
Whatever
that
J.
at all.
Dog said, the Lions winning 13 games, he got to be.
yeah?
The
They're
one
gonna,
in the NFC?
they're going to lose one of the
What?
Minnesota games, I think, and
you said they're gonna be
maybe
number
the
one
New
in
Orleans
NFC?
game. I mean,
I said this from the
And get
get-go.
it back.
I said this from the very beginning. I said the Lions were doing this.
you might be right.
I'll
Coach.
give you your props. Hey, if they win 13, I'll give you your props. You called it from the beginning.
They're on their way.
I just
Remember,
don't see it.
the Niners
Yeah.
still have
You
to play
tripping, bro.
the Eagles still have to play the Niners and Chiefs.
If they
These
do,
teams-
I
these
salute
other
you, but
NFC
I don't
teams
think
have
so.
to still kill each other.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The Lions, to me, the Lions struggled in this game. They shouldn't have struggled in this game.
Man, hey,
Said
the
Cowboys-
tonight, Jake getting all the
If the
support
Cowboys
tonight.
played somebody like
Said
that,
no one
close,
ever.
Everybody with Jake tonight.
Said no
I
one
like-
ever, J. Doss. Said no one ever. Said no one ever.
Oh, he's taking the
I can't
Broncos.
wait.
So let's- any other games before we talk about this game tonight? They're about to start, or
Hey,
Yeah,
Flo,
well, I want to bring up the
don't
Chargers
listen
as
to
well.
Jay
The
Dawes, man.
Chargers,
Jay Dawes is
I don't know how that man still has his job right now. Have there been a report yet that Brandon Staley has been fired? Because that
I don't
was
know.
embarrassing.
You think he should be fired after this game? I mean, they should have really
Really?
beaten the Packers. Should Staley be
Immediately.
the next guy?
Immediately. On my
Yeah.
AFC West show last week, shout out Let's Talk Sports. Shout out my partner Rob and Lisa.
gone.
Yeah, I know
We
Rob
talked
wants him
about this.
fired.
We talked about this, and we said that Staley needs to be fired if he loses this game. I said he should be, and I stand 10 toes down on that. He should be fired immediately.
Well, they could just do what the Bills been doing and fire their coordinators.
The problem is coaches in season. The last time they fired a coach in season was Kevin Gilbride in 1995 when he was 4-6.
You talking about the Chargers?
Yeah, Chargers. Yep.
Oh, okay. So you don't? They're not teams that fire in season. They'll wait till the end of the season probably before they let him go. Okay.
But
What
I
do you got
think
on this
they
game? Should he be
Staley
fired?
right now.
Can? Will they fire Staley? Can? After this loss to the Packers, who the lowly Packers?
Nah,
They weren't
man,
doing
Staley
too well
gonna
this
be
year.
all right, man.
Really?
Good,
okay.
man.
Okay. I mean, they're in
Hey,
last place now,
It's good, bro.
below the Broncos of all people.
Let them finish the season out, and let's see where the Chargers end up being placed in the AFC West.
Okay.
Did
Well, right
you say
now they're below
Staley
the
is
Broncos.
good? Dude, he was brought in for his
Look,
defense, and his defense is
There's a lot of
horrible.
football left, man. There's a lot of
Not
football
much.
left.
There's
Just
about
let the
6-7
season play.
games. What is it? 10? There's 7 games left, Ken.
Yo,
Let the season right now.
Okay.
Right now, the Chargers are at the bottom of the AFC West right now.
Yeah.
The Vikings are
Yeah.
in
Well,
second.
the Broncos used to be.
Let the season play out.
Ken,
The Broncos
Ken,
need
I
to
love
win
you, my
tonight.
brother.
Jake, you need to
Hey,
win tonight.
Ken,
To
I
make a
love you, my
statement, let
brother,
the Broncos win tonight, bro.
Absolutely.
but I have
Boy,
to
would
say,
it be crazy to see us from fourth that I was getting clowned on last week by Flo to jump all the way to
Well-
second. In
Well, the
AFC
Chargers are
West.
definitely helping you out.
That's right.
Everybody's
I can't
Everybody's
stop
giving the
those bum teams
Broncos
from
early
losing.
Christmas gifts. The Bills giving
Man,
the game
listen.
away. The Chargers giving games away. Everybody's giving Broncos all kinds. The Chiefs gave that game away. Early Christmas presents
no
for the
gifts.
Broncos
We
this
took
year.
'em. Takeaways.
Anyway, all right. So let's talk about this game today. Unless y'all have another game y'all want to hit, or another team you guys want to hit. I know that the 49ers won today against the Frisky Bucks. It was kind of
Destroyed.
close early, but
By the way, Flo, do you take them
Broncos,
seriously?
49ers did what they're supposed to do.
Seen as I was leaving, I left on Tuesday, and you said that you needed them to beat the Bucks to prove to you that they were back. Are they back
Yeah.
now, Philly?
Yeah, I think they're back now. I mean, that they played a pretty good Frisky Bucks team. Baker played pretty well. Purdy had another decent game. They were never really behind, so we'll just have to see how Purdy does when they're behind. I think that's one of the things you got to watch out. That the Bucks, I mean, the 49ers are not good when they're behind. We've seen not only Purdy's record, but also Shanahan's record when they're behind. And so that's just the way it is. We'll see what happens. And that's true, Clever D. You want to see, that the 49ers aren't good when they're behind, when they have to catch up. So, but they played a good game, and they're back on track now. I would consider the 49ers back on track, and we'll see what happens the rest of the season.
Have made Flo's takes exposed.
Too bad, Omar, you don't have the echo, but I do.
49ers are back, baby. If they didn't prove it last week with that butt whooping of the Jaguars, they proved it today. 49ers are the number 2 seed in the NFC behind the Eagles.
If they keep winning, we'll see what happens. They got to keep winning. They did have that 3-game skid that, wasn't too good.
If they keep winning, that's a key word.
They got to keep winning.
Yeah.
They got to keep winning.
If
We'll see what happens. I mean, they got Seattle, Philly,
Right.
Seattle, a frisky Arizona team now, Baltimore, and then the Rams. Frisky! The Rams won today, so the Rams aren't looking too bad. Stafford, they pulled out a victory today. We'll see what happens. So keep winning. We'll see what happens. Just like the Broncos today. Let's talk about them. The Broncos playing the Vikings today with a frisky Vikings team. The frisky Vikings. Yeah, Josh Dobbs is actually, shout out to Josh Dobbs. He's been playing good. Part of 3 different teams this year, surprisingly, but he's played well everywhere he's gone, pretty much. But anyway, so they're playing the Broncos today. Let's go, Ken, Omar, and then we'll go with since this is Jake's team, we'll go with Jake last, and then I'll wrap it up. But who do you got in this game, Ken? Vikings with Josh Dobbs, not Cousins, but they've played well even without Cousins and even without Jefferson. I think he comes back this game. Who do you got in this game with the Vikings and the Broncos? Ken.
Man, I'm going with my gut on this one, man. I'm going with the Broncos at home, bro. Broncos by 3 at home. What for you, Jake? You're at home. If the Broncos lose at home, I think they're gonna humble.
This is what I mean
humble
by
old boy tonight.
This is what I mean by there's no giveaways.
We're humble tonight. I like the Broncos at home.
They just fumbled. Fumbled. We keep doing this. This defense is showing up now, bro.
What are you talking about? The Vikings have been fumbling all year. That's no surprise. Vikings have fumbled all year. You're going with the Broncos,
no. What you've been telling me is you've been saying everybody is giving us the wins. No,
they are giving them to you. They have been giving them to you. They've been giving them to you.
Go ahead. I want to hear you.
Go ahead, Omar. What do you got here? The Vikings.
No, you got to give it to them. They winning. They are winning.
The cousinless Vikings or the Broncos?
Hold on.
Oh, now they're cousinless.
They're cousinless.
I don't want to hear that, Flo.
They're cousinless.
Dobby beat y'all. I don't want to hear that.
The cousinless Vikings. Go ahead, Ken. What were you gonna say? What are you gonna say, Ken? Go ahead, Ken. What were you gonna say?
Listen, you always try to downplay that man's team. If a win is a win, bro, it don't matter how you win as long as you win.
I don't know.
Give him his props. Give that man his props, Flo. Come on.
A win is a win.
We'll see what happens.
Salute to the Broncos,
We're
man.
excited, though. This Broncos team is a whole different team. A lot of people are making fun of early in the season.
Hey,
what your take was.
Well, look, Jake. To be honest, to be fair, I was the only one that had you guys in second place.
And you avoided. Look at the past 4 weeks. If we were getting our butts whooped, you sure did switch over.
No, I just like making fun of you.
Terrible.
I just like making fun of you, Jake. Just to be honest. But I'm glad I'm right though about the Broncos that they may end up being a playoff.
I mean, Omar, what do you think, man? What do you think, Omar?
Who's gonna win this game? Omar's he's just sitting there contemplating what he wants to say. I feel like that's gonna come out somewhere.
A cousinless Vikings, a Justin Jefferson-less Vikings, a Alexander Madison less Vikings.
Now we're just naming random people to
No, that's the starting quarterback, starting running back, and starting wide receiver. The Broncos are basura trash. Some trash booty juice basura is what the Broncos are. Broncos lose tonight. Russell Wilson throws a pick 6 to end the game.
Oh!
He got sacked right now. I don't like that.
What do you got, Jake, on this one? I'm assuming you're going to go with the winning.
Guys.
What?
Thank you,
We're
Jake.
on a
Thank
winning
you.
streak right now. 3 games.
Oh, man.
The next 2
Watch out now.
are going to be telling. You got the Browns and the Vikings. I'm telling you right now, we are got to do what we got to do. Because
you know what's funny about that? Is that you say, oh, well, we're on a 3-game winning streak and we're still in trouble to make the playoffs. But we talk about a team like the 49ers, much better, who can lose 3 games and still be better than you. Your team sucks, Jake. Okay? Get over it.
I can't wait till Tuesday's show, because I want to make sure after we win this game, I want to make sure I am above Omar that whole entire show, because officially we will be number 2 in that division.
This will be Tuesday's show right here. That'll be Tuesday's show right there.
No. We got 3. Let's go. 3 points. Hey,
3
that's
points.
it.
That's it. 3 points.
We love y'all. Sign up at the Bottom Line Sports.
Sign up at the Bottom Line Sports. Yeah. All right. So, I hate to say this, but I like the Broncos in this game too.
I don't jinx this, Flo.
They're missing so many players. Minnesota
right.
doesn't have their starting quarterback, doesn't have Justin Jefferson, doesn't have a lot of parts. Josh Dobbs has looked good these last few games, but Josh Dobbs, like Geno Smith, like Fitzpatrick, like a lot of quarterbacks, has an expiration date, I think. So I think maybe he plays good in this game. We'll see what happens. I mean, shout out to him. He has played well, and all the teams he's been with. But Josh Dobbs is not. There's a reason he wasn't a starting quarterback, but he can play well in spurts, and maybe the spurt ends today. I feel like the Broncos, at least Russell Wilson has looked pretty good. I mean, he hasn't made the big mistakes, and he's taken what's given to him. He's used his legs a little more, which I think is part of his game that he was not using the last few years. And so I feel like the Broncos probably will win this game. Probably a close one. I think the Vikings make it close, because I think the Vikings have been playing well despite missing all these players. So shout out to the Vikings for still being 6-4 after losing Cousins, after losing Justin Jefferson and all that. I mean, they still were able to pull some of these games out. So shout out to the Vikings. This is going to go down to the wire probably, but I'm gonna get the Broncos by 3.
And shout out Joshua Dobbs, who, by the way, is an aerospace engineer. He interns for NASA, and he went to the University of Tennessee. So shout out Joshua Dobbs.
They're checking for him on a concussion right now.
So, hey, I took your Broncos, and you didn't even cheer.
Yeah, because I know you're really rooting for them to lose. He'll be the first one in our DMs if they lose right there, telling us we lost.
Well, you'll be the first one. You'll be the first one in there if y'all win. So,
hey, Flo,
we know that.
It's 1 game at a time.
Hey, so Ken, you said
Flo.
give them credit when they win, right? So now, can I take credit when they lose?
Absolutely.
Oh man.
Okay. Can I take credit when they lose if I can give them credit when they win? I don't know.
Hey,
I'm taking
Flo.
the Broncos only because I like to be right.
Jake also want to be a Minnesota fan.
Minnesota?
Let Jake also be a Minnesota fan tonight.
He took the Broncos.
Let Jake also be a Minnesota fan tonight, bro. Nah, he said he want to take whoever I don't take, so give him Minnesota. He think I'm the curse, but I'm not the curse because I know sports.
And he knows sports, by the way.
I taught J-Dogs. I taught him.
What happened to Omar?
J-Dogs don't know what he's talking about. I showed him the way.
Okay.
I taught J-Dog.
So we all took the Broncos except the professor who's being a hater.
Oh, no wrong.
Absolutely.
J-Dogs.
He said, keep my name out of your mouth. Uh-oh.
They said keep my name. Nah, bro, you called me out. You called me
Yeah,
out.
you did. He did call you out. You did call him. Jay, you did call him out.
Hey, Flo.
Yeah.
Ask
Yeah.
Jay Dawson when I was in second grade. He was my substitute teacher, bro. You can't touch me, Jay. Man, check out. What?
All right.
He do this.
Anything else on this game before we go to Monday Night Football?
No. Like I said, we'll see what happens. I can't wait.
Right now, the Broncos up 3-0 on the Vikings. So I'm correct so far. They're going to win by 3, and they're up by 3. So right now, I'm really looking good. The Eagles and the Chiefs. Ken, what you got here? Eagles at the Chiefs. So it's a home game for the Chiefs. This will be a tough game.
Eagles
Where you at, Omar?
Hey, let me say this right here, and I'm gonna say this right here. You're not gonna beat the Chiefs after a bye week, and it's hard to beat Andy Reid and the boys at home at Arrowhead.
Right.
I'm going on Chiefs by 14. Chiefs
14?
by 14.
That's your favorite number, man.
14. 14. Number 14.
Omar, come back. Hey,
14.
what do you got?
I like the Chiefs at home.
You like the Chiefs?
I'm gonna go. I think the Eagles have been licking their chops for this game, and I believe the Eagles
Who you got?
will lose one of two games. They'll lose to the Niners or they'll lose to the Chiefs, and I think they revenge themselves and they beat the Chiefs.
The Super Bowl revenge. I mean, they're okay.
Super Bowl revenge. They win that game.
Okay.
They got to. It's now or never. Show up, show out. We gave y'all the blueprint how to beat the Chiefs. Follow what the Broncos did.
Blueprint.
Gonna be hard to beat. Hey,
What?
Jay,
Get lucky and get some lucky turnovers. That's blueprint. You gotta get lucky for your blueprint, Jake. You gotta get like all kinds of luck for your blueprint. I like the Chiefs in this game. My wife took, she's a Chiefs fan and she took the Eagles. So, but she does get a few games wrong. So hopefully this is one of the ones she gets wrong. But yeah, I mean this is gonna be a tough road for the Eagles. So they have to win one of these. So they're gonna come in. Not only they lost them in the Super Bowl, but they also got Buffalo next week. Then San Francisco, like you said, you were saying Jake, Dallas, and then Seattle. I mean they got a tough row of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, and then they got the Giants a couple of times, and then Arizona. So they end it with fairly easy, even though those are divisional games. 2 with the Giants. We'll see what happens, but this is a tough road that they gotta win at least 3 of these next 5 games, or 3 or 4 of these next 5 games. And if they go with a losing record, I mean that's not good for them. Going into the final stretch. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, they got a tough road to hoe. I think the Chiefs win this game. I think this is one of the games the Eagles lose. Maybe they beat they beat Buffalo. Maybe they beat San Francisco, and then of course Dallas beats them. And then we'll see what happens in Seattle. But yeah, Clever D's got KC by 10. I like KC by 10. I like that, Clever D. I think KC wins by 10. Cantene's got him by 14. I don't know what Professor has. He dropped off on us, so hopefully maybe he'll come back up. If he doesn't, well, that's it. That's all it is. It is what it is. So I guess I can't. I know you were watching the game there on your phone, so I'm sure you excited to go back to this game. Jake, any final thoughts, final words on today, or any games, or any teams, or anything else? Any shout outs?
Be ready, guys. Today starts the beginning of the era of Denver. We got to be
shout out to Clever D.
The era.
Shout out to Clever D. Shout out to J Dawes. J Dawes know nothing about no sports, man. Like he just up there running his mouth.
Be ready.
Right.
We're getting close.
Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys for winning today, man.
Shout out to Dallas Cowboys. That's what I'm talking about. For winning today's game. They should have blown them out a little better though. They should have won a little easier game for us, but. All right, shout out to everybody. Appreciate everybody. Find us at the Bottom Line Sports. Go like this right now. There's like 5 of y'all watching. I need to hit some likes and some, hit that like button, the love button, whatever.
It's now or never, man.
The Bottom Line Sports. The Broncos are gonna win today. So we'll see what happens. I picked them, so I have to go root for them. But we'll see what happens. Hey, Shot, my wife did pick the Eagles, but she also picked the Vikings today. So, she's got to win one of these or both of these to keep her tally going. So she's got to win both of these or at least one.
She picked the Vikings?
Yeah, she picked the Vikings today.
Yeah,
she picked the Vikings. But she also picks against her Chiefs tomorrow. So, but yeah. So anyway, the Bottom Line Sports. Go find us at Twitch, Twitter, all the YouTube. Let's Talk Sports. We appreciate you. I know Jake's excited. Let's see what happens.
Great defensive stand, guys. Great defensive stand. Hey, Broncos win. Do not worry. The belt will be coming out. Celebratory season, man. We're coming.
The belt's coming out. You heard it here first. Hey, you heard it here first.
The belt coming
out. The belt comes out. The belt comes out. If the Broncos win, I want to see the belt, Jake. Hey, remember, if y'all win, I told you if you win today and the Browns that I will consider you a playoff team at that point. All right, so you got to win 2 games.
Now or never, Sean.
Now or never. So I guess Russell Wilson still has his job. Is it still game to game? It's still game to game for him.
He is showing up right now.
Okay.
Like I said, he is showing up.
So he can have at least one bad game now, and he'll be okay still. Or is he game to game?
We can't lose nothing.
No losses.
Hey, we are at the edge of a cliff. We are pushing. We are trying to make sure we don't fall.
Okay. So do you see any losses here, Jake? You're going to win every game?
I'm worried about 3 weeks from now, the Texans game.
Okay. So that's your next loss right now?
No, I don't want it to be, but that's
I'm just saying that
at the most. Okay. Where I'm like, oh, crap. We
right.
worry about that one.
Okay. All right. We'll see you next time on the Bottom Line Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Now or never. Let's go. If you want to hang out, Jake, hang out. If not, we'll see you later.
Now or never.
We'll see y'all in a minute.